I'm going off the dome.
Beaks.
Ready for my close-up? Good looking. Let me tell you, get more bookings.
Oh, that'd be nice, giving me tips, tools and advice.
Yeah, you're gonna get 'em, hon. You're gonna sit back, listen to Mark Simpson. Whoa, having a blast. Gonna get it on the Boostly podcast. Boostly like Bruce Lee, cause it's so hard and the T is loose leaf. Making up those rhymes, don't write it, just do it loosely. If you want my respect, you better put direct. Here are the words in the podcast, that's what comes next.
All right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to yet another 5 days of free training with Boostly. Thank you to everybody that is in here right now in our group. And let me just share my screen super quickly so I can show you what our group looks like. I'm going to come into here and I'm going to make sure that this is on here. So this is our group. You've got to make sure that you are over here to join in on this training. Go to facebook.com/groups/AI training mastery. And if you don't know how to find it, come on to the Facebook, type in AI training mastery and it'll be here. If you need the link, send me a message, whether you're watching this on LinkedIn or YouTube or Facebook or wherever. If you need the link to the group, let me know, because this is how you're going to take part in the training this week. To everybody that is here with me now, please do me a favor and just jump in and say hi in the chat. Let me know where you are tuning in from around the world in the chat. And also as well, we are going to do a little game to start with called Spin the Wheel. Now, regulars of our 5-day training will know that we start off with a game of Spin the Wheel. All you need to know is just put in your lucky number between 1 and 10 in the chat now. You've got a few minutes to do so. I'll explain what it is in a second, and I will also explain what the prize is as well. But all you need to know, put 1 to 10 in the chat right now. You've got 3 minutes to do so. Anywhere between 1 and 10. Don't go over 10, just 1 to 10, and we will do Spin the Wheel very shortly. So welcome everybody. If you are watching this back on the replay, unfortunately you can't join in on the prizes or in the game that we're doing or in the training. You've got to make sure that you can catch us live to win the prizes. If you are tuning in afterwards, you can still watch the training back. You can see everything that we're doing. But obviously, we'd love for you, as many of you, to be as live with us as possible. I know time zones are going to defeat a few people. In Australia, for example, it is very early in the morning. And over in America and Canada, depends on what time zone you're on. You may be picking the kids up from school, or you may be on your lunch, or things just may be a bit crazy. So obviously, we'd love for as many people to tune in live with us every day this week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 6 p.m. UK time. We're going to be here for 30 to 45 minutes. So I know there's loads of things going on. I know your lives are very busy, but if you can just give me 30 to 45 minutes, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, this week, you and your business will be better for it. What we are going to be doing this week is we are going to be looking at all things AI. Now, this isn't going to be a training just on text to use. I'm not going to be giving you little things like that, because I feel like by now you all know at least what GPT is, what AI is. What I want to do this week is I want to blow your minds, as someone said in the chat, and I want to give you tools that you can be using right now that will have an impact in your business. Now, the way that it's going to work is that I'm not going to give you it all today, because what I want to make sure is that every day we're picking apart one tool, 1 or 2 tools, something that you can go away and practice with for 24 hours, and then come back in our group to report back on how you're using them. So again, let me just share my screen. This is the group that you all need to be in. So if you're not in this group, if you're watching this elsewhere for whatever reason, if this is the first time that you've discovered this, first time that you've heard about this, make sure you come into the group, because this is where all of the training and all of the follow-up is going to be. So again, come to Facebook, AI Training Mastery, facebook.com/groups/AI Training Mastery. Come into here, request to join, and we'll get you in. All right, let's do this first and foremost, and let's get the spin the wheel out the way. So again, if you don't know, every single time that we do a training, I like to make it fun. I like to do things a little bit different. And what we can do is we've got a little app called Spin the Wheel. And what I need for you to do is I need for you right now to give me a lucky number between 1 and 10. So if I hit share screen and if I change where we're sharing the screen right now, if I come into here and we do spin the wheel, then we will have the wheel up here, which is great. And then what I'm going to do, all I'm going to do in a couple of seconds is I'm going to hit spin the wheel. So you've got to give me a number between 1 and 10. And if your number is spun, that doesn't mean that you are instantly a winner. All it means is that you can then do the next thing. And then once you've done the next thing after that, which I'll explain in a second, you could potentially win. So today, what I'm going to do, spin the wheel. Now, if your number was that lucky number, let's say it's number 6, for example, then what you need to do is you need to go onto Instagram, the app, Instagram.com. Make sure you are following Boostly UK, and all that you need to do is send me a message. As simple as that. And just say, hey, Mark, I was lucky number, let's just say 6, on Spin the Wheel on Monday. And then later on, after I've got the kids to sleep, I'm going to take all of the names, put them in a hat, and we'll draw one out, and then you will be the winner. And today's prize is very cool. Today's prize is 1 ticket to the very exclusive, to the very special big Boostly Bash that is coming up in November in the UK, up in York, which is in North Yorkshire. You're going to get 1 ticket to that. And if you don't know what the big Boostly Bash is yet, then let me just quickly show you what this is all about, and I'll share my screen. So let me come into here, and I'm going to click this, and we're going to change it to here. So this is the Big Bash. This is happening November the 14th up in York. This is going to be the funnest event in the industry in 2023. We've got a very special appearance by Mr. Troy Hawk, who does the Greeters Guild. If you haven't found out about him just yet, then make sure you go and Google his name. He's a very funny comedian who does the Greeters Guild. We've got a Robbie Williams tribute act. We've got a surprise slot in there, and we've got ABBA tribute act that's going to be seeing out the night. We've got the Hospitality Community Awards. We're going to do a special game, and we've got lots of other cool things planned as well. Tickets at the moment are £70. We've got 77 of those tickets remaining, and then we're going to go to the full price. We've only got basically 100 tickets left. Then we are sold out, which is pretty cool. And if you win, spin the wheel, then you get 1 ticket to that event. All right, so let's share my screen again. Let's come into here and let's spin this wheel, shall we? So you've got 5 more seconds to get your guess in, 1 to 10, and then we'll spin that wheel and then we'll get started, shall we? Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. All right, number 5. If you have guessed lucky number 5, then send me a message on Instagram, which is at Boostly UK, at Boostly UK. Send me a message saying, hey, Mark, Monday I got lucky number 5. Now, here's what's going to happen. You only get 1 guess. I will go back and check. So it's your first guess that you put in. There's no cheating. Number 2, you have got to have actually put that guess in the chat. If you come to me and message me and say, hey, Mark, I got number 5, and I go back and check and you hadn't, then your entry will not count. Okay, so you only get 1 guess. The first one counts. Second one, you've got to have actually typed it in, because we will go back and we will check all the chat and the comments in the group as well. Message me now. You've got until 3 hours to do so. So again, if you're watching back on the replay, you can't do this, but it's only for people who tune in live. And then if you are the lucky winner, I will send you a message directly on Instagram letting you know how to claim your ticket. We're going to be doing this every day this week, which is pretty cool. I've got more special prizes on the way. I've got some really cool ones coming up, from coaching calls with some special people to access to softwares and all that stuff every day this week. So make sure, again, this is all a bit of fun. It's not to take taken too seriously, but make sure that if you can join in, because you get to better experience when doing this week. Now, a little bit of housekeeping. Number 1, obviously, we want to make sure that you're in the Facebook group, because if you're in the Facebook group, you can ask the questions, you can get the help and support from the people that I'll introduce to you in a second. But also as well, make sure that you've got group notifications turned on. make sure that you are active and make sure that you are visible in the group. The reason being is that when I hit live on Facebook, not all of you will get notified. And I always hate it when people send me a message in our previous challenges saying, hey, I didn't know it was happening. I missed the notification, X, Y, and Z. I will try my best to give you as much prompts as possible when we are going live. But at the end of the day, set your alarms, turn on group notifications, and just make sure that you are live so you don't miss a session. Obviously, like I said as well, everything is going to get recorded. Everything is going to get recorded and uploaded into the group. So if you're late or if you miss something, do not worry, because we will make sure that it is live in here and it will stay in here forever, which is big. The final thing, what you need to make sure is that you've got access to a computer, obviously, access to a phone or a tablet. It will work best this week if you are doing this training on a computer or a laptop. You can give it a go on tablet, you can give it a go on your phone, but when you're playing with these tools, it is best to be on a laptop or a desktop, okay? Everything that I'm going to show you, you are then going to have 24 hours to play with. So there's only going to be one video a day. If you've joined me in the past, we've done different styles of training where sometimes there's a video that gets uploaded into the group at 6 a.m. in the morning. We're not going to do that. We're just going to have one video every day. And in that video, we're going to give you the training. Tonight, make sure you stick around to the end because we're going to give you tools to start playing with over the next 24 hours. Okay? So again, every day, turn up, 6 o'clock. We're going to showcase you for a few things to use and how to use it. And then we're going to give you 24 hours to go away and play with it. Now, when you're playing with the tool that we've given you, messing around with the software, etc., there's bound to be questions. Okay? There's bound to need help and advice. Now, I anticipate throughout this week, there's going to be about 1,000 people in total taking part. Right now with us, we've got 155 people watching live, which is fantastic. Thank you to everybody who is watching with us. But there's going to be questions. And I can't do this alone. So I reached out to people that are part of Team Boostly, the Boostly ambassadors. And in the group this week, we've got amazing people that are here to help you. So Liam Carolan, Melanie Benwell, Tracy Tolman, we've got Ger Jones as well. They're going to be in the group and they are going to be on hand to help if you need any guidance. And if there's any questions that they can't answer, we've got a private WhatsApp group between the five of us, and any questions will be dropped in there and I'll be able to help answer as soon as possible. So if I miss it, they're on hand to help. And again, what we'll do when we come together is we can be able to give you that help and advice. Now, with that being said, we want to make sure that this training in this group is as simple to follow as possible. And so if I come into here and I'm just going to share here. With that being said, we need to make sure that this Facebook group, the 5-day training group, is as clean as possible. So what you will notice is that you can't post in this group. Now, that's not us being mean. That means that we can keep this group as clean as possible. So only I can post. And when I post up, it's going to be a new video, new training, or we're going to be checking in to see how you're going. Also as well, what you'll start to notice is that I will close off comments on old posts in the group, and I'll make sure all of the important ones come into the featured section here. Now, the reason why we do that is that, again, you're going to come into the group at different times throughout the week. And there's some people who are going to be right up to date on day 3, day 4, etc. And you're going to be in the group and you know exactly where you are. But we're going to have people jumping in here maybe tomorrow for the first time. And I want to make sure that whenever you jump into here, whether it's now or in a month's time, everything is organized. Everything is really clear on the order to go in. And so it's always available to you. So that explains where you can't do a post. That explains why posts are going to get comments turned off, is to keep it clean and easy for you to understand. Now, if that makes sense, just leave me a hashtag yes in the comments. Hashtag yes in the comments so I know that makes sense to you. Okay, so the other thing that I just need for you to do, okay, obviously make sure you're following Boostly UK on Instagram. The final thing that I just need for you to do for me, which is just a massive ask, if you could just head over to youtube.com. Okay, if you type in Boostly in the chat, if you can just come into here, please, and if you could just subscribe to the channel. Now, the reason being is that we are so close to 5,000 subs. We are very, very close, in fact. And I just need a few more of you just to hit that subscribe button so we can go into the top 5,000. As soon as you break into that 5,000 mark, you start to get seen by a lot more people. So make sure you like the video, drop a subscribe. That would be my only ask this week. Again, we do this for free. We don't do this for a cost. We're giving up our time to help educate you. And I'll give you a little background about who I am in a second for those of you who don't know who I am. But if you could just do that one thing for me this week, that would be massive. Okay, so let me go ahead and share my screen so we can go through the first 2 tools that I want to share with you this week. So if everything makes sense, brilliant, fantastic, fantastic. Right, thank you very much for doing that. All right, so this is the Boost Your Bookings Bootcamp with the AI special. Now, first and foremost, my name is Mark Simpson. I give hosts all over the world tools, tactics, training, and confidence to increase their direct bookings. Now, why do I do this? Well, 7 years ago, I started showing up online, helping, coaching, giving hosts that guidance, because the worry is in this industry, by 2030, the prediction is that all bookings that are coming in from around the world will be via an OTA. Now, we don't want that to happen. Purely and simply being is that we want to make sure that our business is always in our control. Now, obviously, we need the online travel agents, the OTAs, Airbnb, Booking.com, Vrbo, etc. We need them in our lives because they spend so much money in ad spend. They spend so much money in branding and marketing. People obviously are going to naturally gravitate towards there. But what we need to make sure is that we need to make sure that our house and our business is built on our land. Every time a booking comes in from a third party, yes, it's great because obviously you've got the awareness out there. But the bad thing is that booking is being done on their rules, their policies. And the way that I describe it, it's like there's always somebody looking over your business when a booking comes in. So when a guest makes a complaint and it's on an Airbnb, you always feel like somebody's looking in on what you're doing. You are so reliant on their reviews and that Superhost status that you basically attract guests that you don't want to be staying in your properties. Now, the solution to that is to get more direct bookings as possible. My goal is for everybody here to be at least 65% direct, 35% for OTAs. Okay. And if you're already over that mark, fantastic. Congratulations. But I know there's a lot of you that are in that, over reliance mode at the moment. More than 35% of your bookings are coming in from a third party at present. And this is what I want to help so many of you get to that 65% direct, 35% over. The problem is that if we don't get there, and if the other stat that's out there at the moment becomes true, where Airbnb dominates 60% of the market, then what we could start to happen is that the OTAs will start to clamp down even more control on your business, and they'll actually ask for more commission as well. So at the moment, some of you may be paying, let's just say 3% to Airbnb. Some of you may be paying 14 or 15% to Airbnb. If they dominate the market, and if they're generating, 80, 90% plus of your bookings, 70% plus of your bookings at the present moment in time, there's nothing stopping them turning around to you and going, okay, this relationship that we have right now, we don't believe that 14% is fair. We actually think this is more of 20% commission per booking, or 30% commission per booking, or 40%, or 50%, or 60%. Now, when I give those numbers, a lot of people go, well, that's never going to happen. That's not going to affect our industry. Well, all you have to do is you just have to look at this. So this is my first book that I put out there. It's called The Book Direct Playbook. If you have a copy of The Book Direct Playbook, just leave a #playbook in the chat. Now, just to give you an idea, when I released this book, I had no other option than to put it on Amazon. I couldn't do it direct. I don't have a printing press behind me right here. So when you do it on Amazon, when you sell a book on Amazon, for every $1 it generates, you have to give up 66 cents. So basically 66% of every book that comes in goes to Amazon and all of the things that goes on behind the scenes. And that for me is crazy. And Airbnb want to become the Amazon of the hospitality world. So what we have to do now, sooner rather than later, probably even yesterday, is start to work out, number one, how can we market our business? Number two, how can we give guests the confidence to book with us direct? And how do we go about doing that in our day-to-day business? I totally get it. When it comes to it, it looks very overwhelming. And there's an example that I give, and I want everybody to adopt this as soon as possible. It's called hashtag do the dishes. And again, if you've heard me talk before, you know what hashtag do the dishes is, but just bear with me. So do the dishes is simple. When you wake up in the morning and you have a coffee, you have a drink, you have a bowl of cereal, and you go to the sink and you just put it in the sink and you leave it. You walk away, you come back at lunch, you have a sandwich, maybe you have a cup of coffee, whatever it may be, but you just pile it on top of your breakfast pots in the sink and walk away. You come back at dinner, you have your food, glass of wine, again, come back to the sink, pile it all up and walk away. When you come back later on in the evening to do the dishes, it looks overwhelming because there's so much in there that you just turn around and give up and walk away. Now, instead, if you adopt this mindset of at the breakfast time, have your coffee, have your cereal, do the dishes as you go. Come back at lunch, you have your sandwich, have your drink, come and do the dishes literally as you go. Come back at evening, have your dinner, have your glass of wine, wash the dishes as you go. So if you hashtag do the dishes as you go, it's a lot more manageable because you're doing it in smaller chunks. And what I mean by bringing this into your marketing is that if you build it up and build up and build up and just leave the third parties to do your marketing for you, when you start to do your direct bookings, it's going to look overwhelming. But if we can just start today or tomorrow, just doing 1%, so getting 1% better every single day consistently. So doing a little bit of new business, a little bit of marketing, a little bit of sales every single day, then over 365 days, it's going to look a lot better. But we need to make a start. And that is why I do these trainings, these 5-day free trainings, because we can all come together. Right now, we've got one of the best accountability groups out there. There's going to be nearly 1,000 of us in a group, all on the same wavelength, all wanting to do the same things, and we're all going to help each other. Now, if an ambassador or I are on hand to help, I guarantee there's going to be other people in the group that will see a question and will help you. And it's not in a generic group, like, for example, the hospitality community. Right now, we're in our own little Facebook group, and we're all aimed towards the same thing. Okay, we're all in here towards the same goal. So you're going to get more accountability. You're going to get more help and guidance. This week is specifically around AI. So what I want to do this week is I really want to help you get time back in your business. Now, as you can see on the screen right now, let me just move my face a little bit. AI is basically a thought engine. So it's not a search engine, it's a thought engine. Just imagine right now you are going to have a 24/7 work experience intern staff member that is always on hand and that is 1,000 times smarter than you are. In fact, ChatGPT 4, which is the latest version of it, is 1,000 times smarter than any human that is alive right now on this planet. And just imagine having it for free next to you, working 24/7. The way that I look at AI, the way I look at ChatGPT and everything that we're going to go into this week is it's a massive time-saving tool. And what I want to do this week is I want to show you how you can get time back in your day. Time back that you can put instead of being reactive in your business. You can start to be proactive and start doing those proactive things. There's 1% every day that is hashtag do the dishes. Now, if that sounds good, then give me a hashtag hell yeah in the comments. And what we're going to do this evening, the very, very start of this is I'm going to walk you through cool tools that you can be using. All right, so let us begin. Now, everybody, if you can do me a massive favor in the chat, give me a yes or a no. Have you used either one of these two tools over the last 7 months? So the two tools that are on the screen is ChatGPT by OpenAI or Bard by Google. Have you used either or of these? A yes or a no? Let me just get a little feel for the room. Let me get a little feel for how many people are tuning in. Just need a little simple hashtag yes or hashtag no. You don't have to give your opinion. I can see someone put yes, Bard is crap. We don't need your opinions just yet, although that is funny. But what I need to know is, are you familiar with it? All right, that's great. And somebody's just literally used it in the last hour, which is fantastic. So Kari's saying, yep, which is great. Okay, so let me just give a very quick breakdown for those of you who are saying no, because there's about 50-50 in the group. So ChatGPT is created by the company called OpenAI. All right. If anybody has seen this company in the news over the course of the last 6 months, you will know that they are now doing the press run and going to visit all the governments around the world so they don't get shut down. And basically, this is a company, OpenAI. If you haven't used ChatGPT, but you've maybe used one of their other products that they have out there, for example, Jasper, etc., is all by this one company. They are probably leading the way in this industry, and so much so that Microsoft saw the potential in them and sunk $10 billion in investment. So if anybody's used Bing over the last 6 months, that is powered by OpenAI. And slowly but surely, what you are going to notice is that they are going to be integrating it into more of their Microsoft tools and all of the like. Okay, so even without realizing it, you may have already been using this technology, but it's just been baked into your day-to-day tools that you are already using. Now, Google are obviously the next players in this market. Now, Google's whole business model is based on search, Google search. And obviously, with all of this things that's coming out, they are under threat by this. And they have very quickly rushed out this Bard product. And when somebody says, I've used Bard and it's crap, it's because they are very quickly trying to play catch up. And the difference between OpenAI and Bard is that OpenAI is a small little charter boat. Google is a massive cruise ship. And when you need to pivot in the ocean, a little charter boat can very quickly pivot and go the other direction. A massive cruise ship takes a long time to be able to re-maneuver and go another direction. And that is what Google is currently doing. Now, don't get me wrong. In the long run, Google probably win this game because they've got so much data, they've got so much technology, so much resources. But right now, where we are all at, OpenAI is massively winning. And the user experience is much better with OpenAI right now than it is on Bard. So the tools that I'm going to show you this week are going to be focused around ChatGPT and OpenAI. In fact, tonight, the first tools that I'm going to show for you are going to be all around OpenAI. So if you're wondering why I'm not going to be doing anything on Bard, then you know why. So first two tools that I want for you to play with. And again, tonight is going to be a nice little quick win. Tonight and today, so Monday's session, isn't going to be too extensive because I don't want it to be. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you these two cool things here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to very quickly talk about this one first. So if you're not looking at the screen, please make sure you are doing. This is called Custom New Tab URL, and it's a Google Chrome extension. And then I'm going to showcase you to AIPRM. Now, the first thing that I want for you to do, and let me just quickly go over to this, is one of the main ways to start adapting to this technology is to have it in front of you as much as possible. So the first thing that I did on my Google Chrome, and again, I use Google Chrome for my browser, okay, which may sound a bit crazy because I'm using Google as my browser and I'm using OpenAI as my AI of choice, but bear with me. So what I want for you to do is to come to Custom New Tab URL. So this is an extension. And this link here, don't worry if you can't find it. I will copy this link and I will put it in the group after this live video has gone out, okay? You're going to come to here and you're going to install it to your Chrome. And then all that you are going to do is you're going to come into your OpenAI, your ChatGPT tool. You're going to grab this link. And then what you're going to do with this cool tool is you're going to save your new tab URL as this. And then what you're going to do is you're going to turn this as your home page on Chrome. Now, the reason why you're going to do that is that every time you open a web browser, every time that you open a new tab, it's going to default to here. So it's going to keep sending you back to this page. And it's like the billboard effect. The more times you see it, the more times that you are going to use it. Now, if you're using Safari or another tool like that, just go onto Safari and go, how do I change the homepage? How do I make sure that a new tab is always at this domain? Okay. So again, if you're using Safari, super simple. A quick Google search will show you how to change your homepage, and a quick change will show you how to change the new tab and where it goes to. So what I want for you to start doing is to start making sure that every time you open it up, it takes you to the OpenAI. Now, if you don't know what the OpenAI URL is, it's simply chat.openai.com. It's as easy as that. Chat.openai.com. And again, if you don't know what the link is, I will put it in the Facebook group after this live video is over. So if you're watching on the replay, you can literally look up now in the description, and these links will be in here. Now, the second thing that I need for you to do very quickly is I want for you to look to the left of my screen. Okay, now if I zoom in here, you will see that we've got a little thing here called New Chat. Okay, so I've zoomed in a little bit more now for you. Now, one of the main ways that you use ChatGPT or OpenAI is going to change drastically. So what I want for you to do is click New Chat. Okay, I'm just going to literally put in here, type me an email. Oops, type me an email. Okay, so I'm going to put this. Now, this is what's called a tab. So right now on ChatGPT, you've got a tab right here. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly hit this pencil button. I'm going to put email copywriter for the Purple House. Okay. Now, why is this important? Number one, every time that you have a new chat, you have to retrain OpenAI, ChatGPT, on how to talk, how to act, what you're talking about, the business, the property, etc. What I want for you to do is to start using these tabs a little better. Okay. Now, again, I can see in the chat, somebody's trying to do it on the mobile. Someone's trying to do it on the tablet. Please attempt this on your desktop on a computer. Try not to do it now. Just watch what I'm doing. And then you've got 24 hours to act afterwards. So let's just change this tab. Let's just say that I've got two properties. I'm a host that has two properties. One is the Purple House and one is the White House. So I'm going to type in email copywriter for White House. Okay. Now I'm going to come back into my Purple House tab here, and I'm going to give it an identity. Now, one of the main problems that I see with people using this technology is that they come in here, right? And I'm in my tab and I'll go, write me an email to get me more bookings. Now, remember when I said that AI, we've got to stop seeing it as a search engine and we've got to see it as a thought engine. It's 1,000 times smarter than any human. It's like having a 24/7 assistant. Just think about delegating. If you've got a member of staff and if you were to turn to them and go, okay, I want for you to write me an email to get me more bookings. That staff member will look at you like, what am I meant to be doing? This is crazy. Okay. So instead, you are going to give it an identity and you are going to give it more information. Okay. So if I come back into ChatGPT, let me just have a little look here very quickly. This is how you're going to train it. You're going to go, I need for you to become an email copywriter. My property is the Purple House. It's based in York, United Kingdom. It sleeps 8 people and has 3 bedrooms. It is ideal for, let's just say, families and large groups. Okay. I am going to give you a draft of an email and I want for you to rewrite it. Is that okay? So basically what I'm doing is I'm giving it a prompt. I'm giving it an identity. I'm asking for, telling them this is exactly what we're going to be doing. And basically the bot has come back saying, absolutely, I would happily to assist you with writing your email draft. Now, where I've put email draft, you could change that to social media post. You could change it to website copy. You could change it to Airbnb listing. But what you've got to do is you've got to give it an identity. They need to know what they're going to be writing about. Okay. And then you've got a separate tab here for the White House. So let's just say it puts to me together an email. Okay, I go and use that email copy. I go and send it out. When next time that I come back into OpenAI, I don't need to have to train it all over again. You literally come into your tab here. Now you could have a new tab here, which could be for reply to guest emails. Okay, and then this tab right here could be email. So it could be customer support. So one of the first things that I want for you to get to know is to use your tabs better, which is on the left-hand side of your chat. So if I log all the way out, you'll see that. Now, the next thing that I want to show you, and again, feel free to watch this back. Feel free to go into this section and feel free to really focus on these videos after the live video. The next thing that you will notice is that my screen looks a lot more different to you because of these boxes in here. And this moves me on very nicely to the second thing that I want to show you, which is AIPRM. Okay, so the domain that you're going to go to is AIPRM.com. If someone could put that in the chat, that would be great. AIPRM.com. Now, this is a totally free tool that you can install onto your Google Chrome. And when you install it, the next time you load up your ChatGPT, it will have these cards here. Now, the reason why this is important, and again, if we look at the website, solve your small business problems with one-click prompts for ChatGPT. Now, OpenAI came out with some stats earlier on in the year that over 86% of all of the prompts, the questions that were being typed in, were no more than a few words. Okay? And what you need to realize, for those of you that have tested it and not liked it, or given it a go and not liked it and called it crap, is that the questions or the prompts that you are giving the tool are not very good. But then comes the question, well, how do I get better at this? How do I write better questions? How do I get better prompts? Then this is what this tool does for you. Okay, so once you've downloaded it, you come into here and you re-upload it up. And as you can see on here, it's got cards. So all of these cards will have better prompts designed into it. So let's just say, for example, I've clicked on this one, which is a YouTube script creator. One of the things that I would encourage everybody to do is to have a YouTube channel for your properties, because it's a great way of showcasing to future potential guests and repeat guests about your property, about the area, etc. But again, you struggle with the content to come up with. So if I've tapped on this card here, if I scroll down to the bottom and I'm about to write in my prompt, it said here, YouTube script creator. And all I'm going to do is how to create a video to showcase my properties for rent, for short-term rent in York. And then what this card will do is it will give you the perfect prompt to write. So you don't even have to come up with it. Okay. And again, this tool is free, easy to use, and it will give you the right questions to ask the bot. So again, really super simple. Nothing too heavy. I just want for you to go and play with these two tools. So the first one is opening a new tab. Again, so it's custom new tab on Google Chrome. And the second one is AIPRM. So AIPRM. Now your homework is simple. All I want for you to do, download those tools and start to use them. Go into OpenAI, go into ChatGPT. So come into this link that I will give you, which is chat.openai.com, and start to ask questions. So anything that you want to do, whether it's type out an email, come up with website copy, go around and play with these tools, play with the cards, and come to see what you can come up with. You can ask it any question that you want. What I want for you to see in the chat, and this is really simple, once you've done the homework over the course of the next 24 hours, go and download those and play with them. Just leave me a hashtag done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come into the group after this video and I'm going to put up a separate post and it's going to say, have you done your homework? And all I need for you to do is just go hashtag done. If you've got questions, really simple, come into the chat underneath this comment and put in hashtag help and with the thing that you're struggling with. And myself, one of the ambassadors, somebody else in this group will come and help you. Again, really important. You need to be in the group for us to be able to give you advice. So if you're not yet in the group, go to AI Training Mastery on Facebook, come and join the group and we'll let you in very soon. Okay, so the homework is simple. Go and download this tool, install it to your Google Chrome. Go install this to your Google Chrome. And what I want for you to do is to start playing around with ChatGPT. Ask it questions, okay? If you get stuck, come back into the group, #help in the comment section with what you need help with. It could be anything. You need domains, you need help clarifying a few things. Come into here and we'll be able to help you as soon as possible. Tomorrow, we'll be back at 6 p.m. UK, okay? And when we come back at 6 p.m., we're going to talk to you and I'm going to showcase you another cool tool. Now, again, throughout this week, I'm going to show you loads of cool tools. All I want for you to do is just to give them a go. We're not all doing it in one session because that will overwhelm you. Remember, #do the dishes. We're going to break it down into small little segments every single day, give you a cool tool to play with. And then by the end of the week, you'll go, well, I like this. I hated that. You will just focus on the one that you want to play with. Okay? All right. I'm going to let you go. Go ahead and go and play. If you don't use Google Chrome, just install it and use it for this week. See how you get on with it. It's super simple to use. It's free, and hopefully by the end of this week, you've got some inspiration on how you're going to use this moving forward. Again, we've got a lot of people tuning in live. We've got a lot of people in the group. And what I love about this is that all of you are going to find different ways on how to use this technology. It's going to work different from Kay than it is to Melanie, to Liam, and to everybody else that's in the group right now. So if you're watching me live, thank you very much for tuning in live. Again, a super little simple session. If you've got stuck at anywhere and you need to rewatch it, come straight into the group. If you're not in the group and you go, I don't even know what a group is, just go into Facebook and type in AI Training Mastery, hit request to join, and we'll get you in as soon as possible. And make sure that you are online tomorrow at 6 p.m. for number 2. We're here all week. I'm very excited for this. And final one, if you got the lucky number at the start, which is number 5, make sure you send me a message on Instagram. Let me just check my Instagram really quickly, see if we've got any direct messages in here. Yeah, we've got a few. We've got a few. So again, send me a message, and then obviously if you hit that number 5 doesn't mean you're an instant winner. Send me a message and I will pick a number, a name out the hat later on, and I will let you know privately in a DM, and you will win a ticket to the big Boostly Bash. All right. Final thing that I need for you to do, please, if you could be so kind. We need to spread the word of this training to as many people as possible. So with that being said, just pick up your phone one last time or take a screenshot of this screen. And if you can go and share it on the social medias, on Facebook, and just say, hey, I'm taking part in this free training this week all around AI. Please go and post it on Facebook or go post it on LinkedIn or Instagram. Tag me in, Mark Simpson at Boostly UK, so I can see it, and I will share it as well. Let's see if we can spread the word as far and wide as possible. There's 681 people in the group right now. There's over 200 people watching live right now. If we can just get 100 people to just go and post it and share it around, we'll get more and more people aware of this so we can help as many people as possible. Again, this week is all about 100% free for you to join in, to learn, and to be accountable as a group. We'll be back tomorrow, 6 p.m. to do another session. So if you can take a picture, fantastic. Go and share it. Tag me in so I can see it. That would be great. With all that being said, have a great evening. Have a great morning, a great afternoon, wherever you are in the world. And we will be back tomorrow at 6. Take care, everybody.
Having a blast, gonna get it on the Boostly podcast. Boostly like Bruce Lee, cause it's so hard and the T is loose leaf. Making up those rhymes, don't write it, just do it loose.